Okay, so welcome. I hope that you guys are having a good day or had a good day wherever you may be in this world. Today we are going to go through my foundation collection and don't mind things that you see around my room. This just kind of fell out of my product empties bin, which I have to film soon, and that's just a photo that I haven't decided to hang up yet. This is the makeup desk that I sit on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it. I'm sorry if the angle of this video is a little bit weird. I just figured this would be kind of the easiest because, I don't know, I always have a hard time with filming these videos because the angles are just so awkward to me. So we're going to get into some of the foundations that I have had for a while, opposed to the foundations that are more new. But we will get into those. This is kind of just showing you what I have. So we'll start with these foundations that I have had for a while. Not really a while. I keep these in the back because these are my summer foundations. They're in just like a little bin. And this one is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Foundation. This is a problem that I always have with videos like this, is because it never focuses on the foundation that I'm speaking about. But this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Foundation, and this is in the shade 5.5. I bought this in Venice, Italy when we were on vacation one summer. It's a really good weightless foundation for the summertime, and the reason why it's really good is because, it's weightless, and I don't like being super cakey and super heavy in the summer, especially in Texas because it's so dang hot. But this is a really good foundation, but they don't sell it anymore. Their new weightless has taken over. Look at the difference in shades if my camera wants to focus, which it doesn't. This is my summer, and then this is my everyday. This one is still a little bit darker, but I am obsessed with this foundation right here, the Stay Naked. Anyways, this is the Bare Minerals Original Foundation. I'm sorry guys, my camera literally is not. This is the Bare Minerals Foundation, and this is in the shade Medium Beige 12. This is an oldie, but literally almost everybody's goodie. This is an oldie, but everybody's goodie, and literally I have had this since senior year of high school, and I graduated in 2014. Super old, but the only reason why I still have it is because if I ever decide to do a how I did my makeup in high school type of video, which I have thought about doing, then this would be what I would wear, but it is dark for my everyday wear, so it is in my summer bin. Next summer foundation that I have is this Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. It does have SPF of 20, and I am the shade Medium Dark. I did purchase this the same time I purchased the old Naked Skin foundation. This is like a perfect BB cream almost. I did purchase it in Venice, and again, it is really good for a summer foundation just because it's like really, I don't know, it's really lightweight. I hardly ever wear this just because in Italy I was so tan, but in Texas it's way too hot to be tanning. The Maybelline Infallible Pro Glow. I did buy these for my summer shade, but honestly I never wear them because they're glowy and I have oily skin. So I am probably going to get rid of these just because I don't use them at all. I'm honestly not even sure why I purchased them. I got this in a BoxyCharm or something like that. This is the Herborian Korean Skin Therapy BB Cream, and this stuff kind of goes on white and then it just blends into your skin, and it feels so good. I was so obsessed with this in one summer in Italy that I went back to the Sephora in Italy and I purchased this BB cream, which yes, it is in Italian. But this one was too dark for me at the time, but when I obviously get darker in the summer, it'll still be good for me. They're both really, really weightless. This one is more luminous than this one, but they did have this one. I just didn't look at the shade that I had when I went to go repurchase it. This is the Clinique DIY Blend It Yourself Pigment Drops. Basically any foundation that I have that is a lot lighter than me, I can just drop it in and it's going to make it darker. It's literally almost the same as this Manic Panic white foundation. If I have any foundation that's darker than me, I can just use the white foundation and it makes it really light. This isn't really supposed to be used like that, but that's the way that I use it. This is more like if I wanted to make my BB cream a little bit more pigmented, have a little bit more coverage, then that's how I'd use it. But I use this to kind of just make my foundations a little bit darker. These foundations here, these are my primers, don't mind those. These foundations here are foundations that I pretty much wear all the time. They are my color. Whenever I want to pick it up, I'm going to use it. This first one here is the BH Cosmetics Studio HD Foundation. This foundation is actually pretty good for being as cheap as it is. I would never wear it to work because we don't sell this at my work, and I like to wear products that I sell, so it would be any of the prestige makeup that my job does sell. So this, I will mostly wear this in videos and stuff like that. I'm honestly not even sure if you're still able to purchase this online, but it is a pretty decent foundation for anybody who needs a foundation for cheap. This next foundation has quickly become my absolute favorite. This is the Beauty Bakery Instabake foundation. This stuff is so amazing. It is so good. I had been eyeing it at work because we got like an extra 25% off during the holiday. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to be promoted to manager soon. I need to be purchasing more of the items that we sell because I was running out of my only one, which was the Too Faced Born This Way. So I needed to purchase this and a ton of others so that way I can kind of switch it up throughout the days. So I wanted to purchase this, and then I started watching Laced by Jazz, who was my giveaway winner. And her face always looked flawless when she wore this, and I'm so glad that I bought it because this foundation is bomb. This Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation. This used to be one of my favorites, but I honestly never wear it, and it's pretty dark, so I am just going to declutter it. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I purchased this when it first came out. I do like this, but it's definitely not a long wear foundation for me because it does get greasy throughout the day. But I do love it. Again, I don't wear it all the time because I'm always at work and we don't sell Fenty, but it is a really good foundation, I think. The Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F4. This one is a little bit more pink for me than normal, but I usually kind of just wear it to blend in with my foundations and different foundations that I use. So I am just going to put it aside because I will declutter it once I go and use it all, but right now I am just going to keep it. The next foundation that I have here is this Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation. It's Comfort Matte Foundation. It smells a little bit like peaches, and this foundation is literally one of my favorites. If I sold this at work, I'd be wearing it every single day. This is like the only foundation that I would need, but they only sell it at Sephora. It's a Sephora exclusive. But if you're looking for an amazing matte, can you focus? If you're looking for an amazing matte foundation, this one should be your go-to. It's bomb. Brand new Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Foundation. I did do a review of this up on my channel, so if you're wanting more in-depth on how I feel about this, then you can go ahead and click the link right above and check it out. This is one of my favorite foundations. We also sell it at work. Anytime somebody comes in that has oily skin, I always recommend this one because it is a natural matte finish. It's 24 hours, it's waterproof, it's weightless, it's transfer proof. It helps to minimize the appearance of pores and fine lines and wrinkles and all of that. So it is really lightweight, but it does have medium to buildable full coverage. And you can get away with not setting it. So someone who is very low maintenance would absolutely love this foundation. Let me just get this one out of the way. So I do have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but I did repurchase it. So this one is still brand new. There's one in the box, and then I have this one that I'm almost out of. I went ahead and I purchased one a little bit lighter. So this one's light beige, but this one is natural beige. It's like 1 or 2 shades lighter, but it's still too dark for me, and it's past the time that I can return it, even though I do work there. So this would be more of a spring, summertime foundation for me, but Born This Way is amazing. I don't know where people get that it's full coverage because it's medium to buildable coverage. So yeah, sure, it could be full coverage, but right off the bat, it's 100% not full coverage. And I can't tell you how many people come into my work and they're like, yeah, I want the Born This Way because it's full coverage. And I'm like, no, this foundation is not full coverage. It's a natural luminous foundation throughout the day. You're going to get shiny, but you won't be greasy or like disgusting feeling. And I tell them I'm oily, but I really like the finish of this foundation. So Too Faced Born This Way is definitely a staple in anybody's foundation. This is the Anastasia Stick Foundation. I honestly don't even know if they sell it anymore. I purchased it when it was on sale, but this is like way too yellow for me, so I kind of just mix it in with foundations. And the next foundation that I have is this Makeup Forever HD Ultra HD foundation. I purchased this for my sister for her wedding, and we're the same skin tone and stuff, so I just use it now and it matches me perfectly. I will tell you one thing, if you're getting married, if you have a huge event, if you're doing anything that involves crazy movement, heat, sweat, this is your go-to. Photography, photos, I would always recommend this foundation. My sister got married in the middle of July in Massachusetts, hot as balls, let me tell you. And she had her reception at the same place that I had my reception, but the week that they got married, the reception's AC broke. Yeah, just imagine how hot it was not leaving the dance floor for that many hours and drinking and sweating and yeah, this foundation did not budge. It did not budge. It did not sweat off. It did not look disgusting at the end of the night. This foundation is bomb. Run to Sephora and get you one. The next product that I have here, this is the Becca 24-Hour Ultimate Coverage Foundation. I did receive one in gratis, and then I also did receive, I purchased one, and then I did receive one in gratis. And this is a really, really good full coverage foundation, but it is not geared towards oily skin. It's more, anybody can wear it, but if you're not prepared for a full foundation, then don't purchase this because this is full, like extremely full. So if you're not looking and you're not ready to have full, don't go and purchase it. The last one in this container right here is the Huda Beauty Foundation, the Faux Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation, and I got mine in Toasted Coconut. This stuff is amazing, I kid you not. I wore this when I met Jeffree Star and when I went to him and Lipstick Nick's Behind the Brush tour. Every time I wear this foundation, I get stopped and asked by random people, like, what foundation are you wearing because your makeup looks flawless? I wish we sold this at Ulta because this stuff is bomb.com. I ain't lying. And then into the newer foundations that I have, this is one that I'm not really sure of my opinion yet. This is a Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. This is a full coverage, it's a natural finish, but I feel like it emphasizes my texture a little bit, and then throughout the day, like especially on my chin, it starts to feel very, very heavy, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so greasy, and then I go look in the mirror and I'm not greasy. So this isn't my favorite, but it's also not the worst foundation. I'll tell you one thing, I will not be wearing this foundation in the summer because the second I put it on, it's gonna be like cake face and I'm gonna feel disgusting all day. The next foundation that I have, which is actually what I am wearing today, it's really what I've been wearing pretty much every time I work. It's the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer. This stuff is bomb. It's so good for like a natural finish. It really is so good. It's like your skin but better, and the best part is it has the pump, and then when you open it, sorry, I'm working with one hand here. When you open it, you don't even need a concealer with this because, come on, you have your concealer wand. I used this we had a Pure event at my work. I used this foundation, and then I used the Photo Primer. Let me see if I have it. I have it somewhere. I used this No Filter Blurring Photography Primer on my boss with this foundation, and her skin was flawless. flawless. Like, it looked so good. So yeah, this foundation is amazing. This foundation has 100 shades. My Ulta doesn't carry all 100 shades, which is unfortunate. So if you can't find your shade in any foundations, try the Pure for sure, especially because it's so good and it's good for anybody's skin type. I have heard that they have retinol in it, so I would do your research beforehand. The next foundation that we have is this Smashbox Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. Now, this foundation is really, really good. It's supposed to be oil and shine control, weightless feel, and they say that it's suitable for all skin types, but I would not wear this if you had dry skin, because even with my oily skin, it looks a little bit dry on my oily skin. So if you are dry, I do not recommend this. Everybody says, oh yeah, it's for all skin types. It'd be really good for you if you have dry. No, I will not recommend this if you have dry skin. One of the last foundations that I have is this Cover FX Power Play Foundation, and I did do a review of this up on my channel. It is such a good foundation, and I love it. It's bomb. If you want to know more about it, then check out the video on my channel. And then this is also a foundation. It is the Benefit. It's the Benefit Hello Happy Foundation. This is just the medium one, and it's in the shade 4. This is so good when I don't feel like putting on a full coverage, medium coverage, because this is like kind of light coverage, like light coverage to medium, but it's so good when I want a full face, but I don't want to cover my entire face, like, if that makes sense. If I want my natural skin to still show, I will use that. So anyways, that is it for my foundation collection. I have 30 foundations. Hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any of these foundations that I have, and I will see you in my next video.
Baby girl, you got it, girl, you got it, girl. You got it, girl, you got it, girl. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. Fuck around, get my last name. Know you're tired of the same damn thing. That's okay, cause baby, you got it, girl, you got it.